Hello, I'm going to show everybody how I crochet left-handed. So, of course, I'm going to have the yarn on my right, even though I am using my left. This is a size I boy hook. Now I do prefer the heads on the boy. I do not like the Susan Bates. Then I start with the slip knot. And I don't like to pull my knot real tight. I leave just a little wiggle room. And the way that I tension my yarn and hold everything is I hold it like that. And I tend to hold the end of my work with these two fingers and the top of my work with this finger on the left hand. And then this is what I use to feed the yarn in. So now we're going to do a yarn over and pull through that loop. Okay, so yarn over and pull it through. Yarn over and pull it through. And this is how I kind of keep the tension and see, I kind of pull, then I'll come back up. This tends to seesaw up and down. And I kind of watch these loops to see if I'm keeping my tension the same. And basically you really, if your tension stays the same all the time, you will bring that through. It's not catching that, is it? You'll bring that through, and it'll be about the same amount of lead in each time. See that? I don't know why it keeps wanting to focus like that. Okay, so that is a chain. Now, in order to do a single crochet that is without a yarn over, so we're going to start, and instead of trying to do, this is considered your stitch that is on the hook. Alright, and that right there where it's wrapped is the bottom of it. This next one right here is next to the needle. So that's next to the needle, because this is considered on the needle. It's the bottom of that stitch. So this is next to the needle. So we're going to skip the one next to the needle, and we're going to come over one. And we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull it through that hoop. Now we've got these two. We're going to yarn over and pull it through the two. Because these two is a single crochet. The two together. Now if I were to do a double, alright, let's go 1, 2. I'm going to pull that through. Now you see I have 3. So when I yarn over and pull through 2, that's our single. Pull through 2, and that's our double. So those two and those two. So 1, 2, that's a double. So let's pull that out. Now why did I go over a stitch? Generally, you will count your spaces from the hook for your stitch you're going to do, in order to make your line along the edge be consistent and consistent going across in height. It's a lot about height. It's also about the way you do different stitches, different stitch combinations also. So let's do a couple more single crochets. Yarn over would be for a double. Single is no yarn over. So that's our single right there, where it's pulling on that stitch. So let's go to the next one. Yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, and go through both. That's a single. Put your needle in, pull it through, yarn over, pull through both. Put your needle in, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and go through the two. Now you will see that stitch travels along the top. Now you can count them. Because we went over one, this doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, we've done 4. This first one usually does not count. It does in certain patterns. So I don't want to say it doesn't always count. Okay, we could go in there, pull it through, pull through the 2, and now we have another single. Now I'm going to go across. And then we'll do a turn. And you can see how you would do this in the turn. Now some people work with a ball of yarn in different places. A lot of lefties work with the ball of yarn up in front of them. Okay, now I've come to the last stitch. Pull that through, pull through 2, and I have that little knot. I don't normally count that as a full stitch because it makes it wonky and too loose. And now we're going to turn, so we're going to chain 1 and turn the work. We don't turn it this way because it twists. We turn this way, and that keeps that line from twisting. Now we're going to do another line of single crochets after the turn. So we chained 1. Now we're going to go into this first one. Pull it through and pull through 2. Now that is going through both loops because you can see there's 2 here. A front one and a back one. When you see a pattern that calls for through the back loop only, it's that one. But for a regular stitch, it's both. Doing it through both creates a flatter piece. Whenever something is worked through the back loop, it creates a ridge. I don't know if you can see me grabbing that back one or not. So go through here. See, there's both of them. That's the single crochet. Okay, I'll be back with another, but we'll stop with that for the first one. See how that goes.